All right. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. It is a fresh week. Let's take a look at NQ here. So overnight, we do have a bit of a gap lower, right? Price retesting Friday's breakout point in that 075 level of interest, that 075 prior area of near-term resistance right through here. Right through here, so you see the highs made there. Right through there, you have the retest, retest, retest. Here's NFP, the break with NFP, retest, post NFP, then the push higher to retest those NFP highs. Now, Sunday night into Monday morning, back into this area. All right, back right into that area. So we know that buyers have defended this point, that 075 point this morning, about 5:30 a.m. there. You got the bounce. Now price is up into that 150 level of interest. So kind of within the middle of the prior day's range. Not my favorite location, personally. I'd rather see some action down here or up into here. So for this morning and for today, the focus is whether or not buyers can defend this area, 075. Right off of the open and in the first half hour, what I'll be looking at is the reaction to this 150 level of interest. Let's take a look at that prior day structure. So yeah, prior day volume point of control right through here, 135 area. Oh, is this my... Looks like this is extended. Let me fix this. There we go. So there's that current price point right near 150. And this is the 5-minute chart. Regular trading hours. And so we have price kind of up and through that prior day volume point of control. Coming into a little bit of resistance here. Just based on that prior day action, that Friday structure. So again, right in the middle of that prior day's range. Location is not great here. Location is not great. But if buyers, essentially the thought here is that if buyers from this test of the 075 area in the pre-market session can show the continuation up through 150, could get a retest of that prior day high. That 250, 255 weekly pivot up through there. So that's kind of the main watch for this morning on NQ. Let's jump over to ES, and what you'll see is a very similar type of structure here. Resistance through this area, right? You got the NFP breakout, retest is actually like a deeper pullback into the prior range, but a hold there of the weekly time frame volume point of control. This blue line is the volume point of control from last week. So the idea is accumulation there, price retests that point, and you get the bounce to close near the highs. Now, very similar type of structure overnight here, right? Retest of that area, now bouncing, and we're up into the 5782 upside level of interest. So same type of idea here. Can this bounce continue to show strength up into some of these upper areas of resistance, or does price just roll over here? And that's kind of the watch. Won't be in any rush off the open. Doesn't look like we have any data today. Could be a slow Monday. Definitely could be an inside day today. So let's see how this structure unfolds here as we get into regular trading hours here in about 1 minute. And again, early watch on NQ is the reaction versus that 150 area. Get rid of that. Looks like TradingView made some changes over the weekend. Messing up my settings. Current session volume point of control is right here at 136. So here comes the open. Let's see this open. There's 150 being tested. And now into the underside of VWAP on NQ. There's kind of that small gap lower, just within the prior day's range there for NQ. Initial rejection off of that 150 level, off of that VWAP area on NQ. We've got the opening 5-minute bar closing up here in about 90 seconds. Staying patient. Monday morning with no economic data today. So got some weakness off the open here with 150 being rejected. We do have prior day volume point of control down there near 100 as a reference point, and then the next downside level of interest into that 075 area. NQ back into 150 here. There's your opening 5-minute bar just closed up. Looks like ES trading up against VWAP as well, just making a fresh session high right now. That's S&P. And there's NQ just shy of the highs. Volume's a little lower than I'd like to see this close to the open. See how the structure continues to unfold here. And Q, new high of day there. So if buyers can sustain the move, real upside target here is gap fill as well as the prior day high in that 255 weekly pivot, that upside level of interest. Churn, 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 churn. With tapering volume. Still cash. Staying patient. Not a lot to do here. Not a lot to do here. Yeah, good time to be working on that review. Definitely. And process-oriented goals are key. Absolutely. Things like I'm just going to be more patient or I just need to be more disciplined. That's not like a legitimate way to improve your trading. It has to be something objective. How will you be more disciplined? How will you be more patient? Otherwise, it's just nonsense. There's NQ making a new low of day there. So 150 and VWAP area being rejected. Got that push lower, seller stepping in. And that opening 15-minute bar here closing up in about 30 seconds, it looks like. So you do have prior day volume point of control right through here as a reference point. Next downside level of interest is near that pre-market low down into the 075 level of interest on NQ there. A little more volume coming in here. Definitely an improvement. New low of day there on NQ. Your first opening 15-minute bar of the sesh closed up. There it is. Pretty bearish, right? Pretty clear rejection of that 150 area. So per usual, those of you that have been trading with the team for a while will know I need to see some sort of intraday change of character here before getting involved, or a test of some downside level of interest past 10 a.m. So pretty much will be very likely to be cash for at least the next 15 minutes. We'll see if this prior day volume point of control ends up holding or not with some sort of change of character intraday. But preference at this point is the 075 level of interest or some action up above 150 with a market structure based entry. Pretty responsive buyers there. Good to see. Now let's see if we get that action above 150. Up and through VWAP. Back into 150 there. Volume still much better. And more sellers sitting there right at 150. Right in that 150 area, that VWAP area. A lot of supply there still. Got about 10 minutes till 10 a.m. here. 10 minutes till 10. Still cashed up. No trades. Staying patient. Waiting for that A+ setup. No need to rush. It's Monday with no economic data. Session volume point of control there at 136. More sellers stepping in at that point. Look how volume has really fallen off. If we see that type of action continue post 10 a.m., it'll be a good indication to be doing less today. Monday is typically a bit slower, so not that out of the norm here. Looks like both NQ and ES gave some decent 2-hour trader framework short entries. Not bad. Here's NQ back near the low, back into that prior day volume point of control. Got about 7.5 minutes till 10 a.m. here. There's your new low. New low for NASDAQ. Not far off of 075 now, that pre-market low area. See how it's treated. Keep an eye on this next 15-minute bar here. Big doji currently. See how these next 4 minutes shape up. So I still need 150 for that change of character, bullish change of character for the intraday move. Here on NQ. Wondering if I should start the streams a little later in the morning. What do you guys think about that? Seems like we're pretty much always cash first 30 minutes. Mish says no. Triple no. All right. No way. All right. We'll keep it. Oh man. All right. I hear you. We'll keep it. We'll keep the start time. Potential another lower high here on NQ as we get into 10 a.m. No Halloween music for me, Dom. Just got the lo-fi still. Just got the lo-fi going. Here into 10 a.m., 1 minute till 10 a.m. Buy at a break of 150. That depends on your own strategies. I don't typically buy fresh highs in the index. Don't think there's edge in that type of play personally, long-term edge. So if price were to break 150, I look for some market structure based entry. It's typically how I go about it. Those momentum entries always look good on a big volatile day, but probably have like a 1 in 10 hit rate. Very tough strategy to master. Here's 10 a.m. Price right at prior day volume point of control. Let's take a look at that 15-minute. No direction on that 15-minute, that most recent candle, right? There's a big doji. Let's see if this is the range. Is this the range for the sesh? 88 by 163. Let's see. Still all cashed. No trades yet today. But day's pretty young still, so. ES with a retest of that 782 level of interest. VWAP right there as well. Just knock back down. Get your 5-minute here on ES. It's that barbed wire. Barbed wire. Very easy to get chopped up in action like that. So much better just to stay cash. Let that A+ play develop. Let it build. Yes, sir, Dom. Less is more. Less is definitely more. So prior day volume point of control holding as support pretty nicely for today. Can buyers show follow through up above session volume point of control here at 136? Let's take a look at that profile. Okay. So 136 up into 150. Like to see a break of those areas. Otherwise, like I said, some sort of retest of the 075 level of interest, which is that key support area. Coming back into that 150. Just shy of 150 now. Got VWAP right there as well. There's 150. 15-minute looks better. Still have 9 minutes before that candle closes. Another rejection there at 150. Pretty tight intraday range so far. We're talking about 74 points for NQ. Bit of a ping pong here between 150 level of interest and the prior day volume point of control. If you take a look at prior day structure, price just kind of caught right through here. So still with that inside day. We know it's Monday. Well, that Monday is typically slower. If you're short, make sure you protect some gains there as price gets into that prior day volume point of control. Looks like ES made a fresh high, then rejected. Scalp the short, nice. Nice, nice. That looked pretty good. Got the level there, you have VWAP. I don't blame you for trying it. Got that one too, Dave, nice. Nicely done. We've got that next 15-minute bar here closing up in 3 minutes. So we'll see if we get an update to the structure. As of right now, price continuing to struggle with that 150 area. $150 level of interest. About 45 minutes into the sesh here. Still cash. There's the execution screen. Still cashed up. Look at this volume. Already a few prints below the minimum threshold I look for. Which is not a hard rule that I keep, but more of just a guideline for knowing when to lean off the keys and be doing less. If price action alone wasn't enough of an indication so far, you can use volume. You can use volume as a tool. Back near 150 here. So again, 150 does stay on watch. Got your next 15-minute bar closing up in about 40 seconds. Back into 150, back into that VWAP area. Let's see if buyers actually have the juice to break it this time. And some more sellers being found there. Is this the range for the sesh? Very well could be. $15-minute does look better. That most recent candle. Do want to see if it has any follow through now. See what ES is looking like. ES up near the highs as well. And current session high is about 164 here on NQ. There's the break, so there's your new high of day. Do we have acceptance? That's the next question. Any acceptance? So right now we want to see if buyers can sustain. Can they sustain these highs? There's your new high of day. for NASDAQ. So if this continues to hold, if 150 continues to hold, like I said, you're looking at gap fill and then up into that prior day high area. It's that weekly pivot. For this move, definitely 150 must hold. Otherwise, it'll be more likely price just kind of settles into that intraday range. Bit of exhaustion there on the 1 minute. Volume still terrible. That new high gave some more volume, but broadly speaking, still awful. So keep an eye on that. See if price gives a retest into that 150 area. Volume point of control pretty solidly at that 136. Unlikely that it shifts anytime soon. Got ES back into VWAP, back into that 782 area. Both indices with pretty much a mirrored intraday structure here. Typical Monday so far. Typical slow Monday. NQ retesting the highs there. See if it can make a fresh high of day. You may get that next leg to fill that overnight gap. It's right back into that 150 area there. It's about 1 hour into the session now. How's the morning, folks? Playing defense? How we doing? Next 15-minute bar closes in 3 minutes here. Do have some structure right in this zone from the overnight sesh. It's kind of the resistance area before price really rolled over. If you take a look at your prior day structure, you'll see it right through here. 170 area, value area high. But more importantly, a little bit of intraday resistance there. Part of what you have to deal with anytime you're trading with an inside day type of setup, which is what we currently have. You gotta pay attention to those prior day structure points. Flat, small green, taking it easy. Good stuff. That's what the action calls for currently. NQ, fresh high of day there. New high of day. Volume is just non-existent. Working this 150 hold. Yeah, I'm with you in there. May get trailed. Already moved the trail into profit. So we'll see if we get taken out here. And here it comes. Oh, saved by a tick there. Trailed, yeah. Don't blame you. Don't blame you. Hard to have conviction in this type of action, at least for me. Don't want to overstay your welcome. Yeah, you didn't miss that much there. Didn't miss that much there. NQ into the highs there. New high of day. It's a lot of churn still. Just low volume. Churn. And there goes the trail. For my trade, ends up just being a scalp, no follow through. There it is. So like I mentioned at the start, looking for that break above 150 that then offers that market structure based entry. In this case, no follow through, so it ends up just being a scalp. Might be the only trade for me today if this action continues. Yeah, this is just not, it's not worth the mental capital. Yeah, better to save your trading capital and your mental capital for better conditions. But this is that typical Monday, so Not all that surprising to see this. Monday, inside day, low volume, no economic data. Ten more minutes, nice. Yeah, if you're already green, it's a good time to be doing less, or at least have that awareness. Shut it down, do less. Come back for the afternoon sesh if you want. Tomorrow we just have more Fed speak, no economic data. Wednesday we've got FOMC minutes at 2 p.m. And then Thursday, CPI. CPI Thursday, PPI Friday, and Friday kicks off earnings season with JPM and Wells Fargo. So we'll definitely start to get more active here as we get into earnings season. So now it's just a waiting game, see if conditions improve a bit. See if we get any improvement as we get closer to 11 a.m. But most likely, you want to be thinking about shutting it down. It's like watching paint dry right here. So if we look at the actual volume threshold, this yellow line here, it's right at 2K contracts on the 2-minute chart. Anything below 2K on the 2-minute chart, it's the minimum threshold for me. So we saw that first print at 948. Now it's pretty steady below that minimum threshold. Overnight sesh. Yeah, the overnight sesh was already pretty good. Sunday evening. Had a nice, let's see. What's that range? Yeah, you got about a 200 point move there. So a lot of opportunities throughout. All right, folks. I think I'll go ahead and call it here. I mean, look at this volume. Very, very unlikely you're going to find me getting involved here unless we see a significant change in conditions. So don't want to keep you when I'm not really expecting to be trading again here. So thanks for jumping in. Slow Monday. It's part of the game. Nothing we can do about it. Nothing we can do about it except sit and wait for conditions to improve. If you guys have questions about anything, you know where to find me. We'll keep it going in the Traders Think Tank here, just in case something does materialize later in the morning. But yeah, for now, that's about it. Even on this little bit of sell here, look at the volume. This volume. Anyway, thank you for your time, and I'll see you